Hi, Lindsay. It's Tuesday, September 7th. In fact, it is 7:12 on Tuesday, September 7th, which means you're in school. Haha. I've been in school for a week, so it's about time you started classes. Your schedule is similar to mine, but I'm not sure whether it's better or worse. My schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of Tuesday, Thursday, but it's also 9 to 5 instead of 11 to 8:30. So I'm in school for a few less hours, but I have to get up earlier and I have to go 3 days a week, so you pick. Better or worse? So I was at work this morning, and my boss comes up to me at the beginning of the day and is like, there's something you have to see. So I'm like, okay. She comes up and she hands me this email. It's 7 pages long. It's a guy applying for a job that's basically mine, and it's completely written in verse. That means poetry. It's pretty much a cover letter in nearly iambic pentameter, which is what Shakespeare wrote in. All about, you know, what this guy's good at and why he wants the job and what he's like, and it's really, really cool. I thought it was awesome. A lot of people thought it was a little crazy, but I feel like this guy should totally get an interview. I think that in today's society, we've actually developed this idea that everything has to be done a certain way. And when people step outside that box, it's off-putting. People are more likely to think that a guy that writes a cover letter in iambic pentameter is weird instead of interesting or brilliant or funny or creative, and they won't give him as much of a chance as other people who write out the boring, you know, 3-paragraph cover letter that they tell you to do on the internet when you're looking up how to write a cover letter. So the question is our culture promoting creativity or stunting it? If you're in school for any kind of creative art, I'm in school for film, people that are in school for art or music, they tell you that in order to be successful, you have to push the boundaries of whatever art it is you're doing. But in every other corner of our society, pushing boundaries, thinking outside the box, doing something that others might not, instead of getting you noticed in a positive way, it gets you noticed in a negative way, and people start to think you're insane and don't want to go near you. Or maybe they think, well, that was interesting, but we're not going to go with that person. We're going to go with this person who is more along the lines of what we expect from people. I heard the story once about a guy who was writing out a college application, and the essay question for this specific college was, what is the biggest risk you've ever taken? So he took the paper, drew a giant exclamation point through it, and sent it in that way. And he got into the college. I think that our society is too stuck within these bounds, that we don't take these kinds of risks or try to be this kind of creative, because we think that the risk of trying to be interesting or funny or take chances is actually going to keep us from being able to get what we're looking for. But that shouldn't stop us. We should be willing to take risks and do strange and interesting and maybe even crazy things, maybe just to broaden our horizons as individuals, but also to push forward the human race in a way of thinking. But that's just my thoughts on the subject. What do you think? Well, that's all from me. I'll see you tomorrow. But I can't talk today.